Hopefully you idiots aren't thinking I'm enjoying this, because I'm not. I have a much more straightforward way of doing things usually. It's just the weapon of choice this time around happens to be words and propaganda. Not my forte. Where do I even begin? I guess it's 1:10, about to be 1:11 on the 23rd of February. I really wanted to write a spell yesterday for the Giant 2 lineup, but it's not doing me any good. As we speak, at least half of these Avengers, Robert Downey Jr., Tom Holland, take your pick, they're still doing this whole pretend conjecture thing with this giant herd of gremlins that follow me around. There's a lot going on here, actually. Simplicity seemingly covering it up, but it's not so simple, I guess. I had a little spat with some flash mobbers yesterday. This group of jackasses sitting around the park playing catch with dogs. Only a little too movie extra type people. I mean, one of the reasons, I guess, I gotta take this back to 2016, is one of the reasons I took this to Lompoc, sleepy little stagnant water town, is because these propaganda LA people stuck out like a sore thumb, and I thought it would be a really easy game to crush really quickly. I just didn't calculate how easily it would be to persuade most of the population into being satanics. Positivity, yay. So these flash mob type people, I call them Team Mysterio. They do most of the propaganda, talking, setting up for Team Gremlin, or Team Swine, I've come to call them, who do all the super horrible tackling girls, dragging them in the bushes, that sort of thing. But it was what the flash mobber guy said on the phone to the cops about how I sit around with a bunch of unsavory characters. It just kind of blows their whole game out of the water, since they're pretending to be looking for me while telling everybody they fight me on top of the hill every day with sticks. How lame is that? But they have no idea how to get a hold of me. They can't do anything other than make me sit in front of stores, but they can't find me, and yet I'm somehow sitting around with them. It's makes me seem delusional spitting it back out, but I'm not really using propaganda here. I'm just reading back the invoice of what Robert Downey Jr. and a whole host of these Avengers have been doing. And of course it makes me seem like the unstable one when they're actually doing all this. They're still supporting a giant squad of gremlins trying to rip off my talents in life. And it's, I don't know, a little bit of history repeating, I guess. Suit of armor? What about it? Yes. Suit of armor that needed to be able to handle high voltage. I won't get into that right now, though. So I'm kind of at a loss here, because where I seem to be stumbling into is the idea that there's 80% of people all around me are willing to charade and pretend and improv. And until I go along with it, until the one is introverted, they're going to keep doing this to me. And so I don't know who the hell they are. They're just nasty, annoying gutter trash gremlins that follow me around and annoy the piss out of me. They sit near me. If I stay patient and stay sitting, they get to try to claim that they're pals and we're friends. If I get up and move immediately, they get to try to claim that they make me walk around whenever they want to. Shit like that. But again, I don't see gutter trash gremlins getting away with it. I see Robert Downey Jr. getting away with it. Guys like Brad Pitt, Tom Holland, Angelina Jolie, these shiny Olympian wannabes who can't stand the idea that a real one is walking around. So I guess it ruins their phallic regal. So I'm skeptical to do anything at this point. I'm not sure how to handle the whole I mean, I was walking by the park. These flash mobbers suddenly break routine. One of them tries to act all huffy until I started walking towards him, and he shoves his hand in his pocket and starts calling the cops immediately, though. Like he was just waiting for me to walk by for this to happen. Tried to say a bunch of crap, but it's when he said I sit around with unsavory characters. That just says so much about this giant charade that they're all pumping air into, and it doesn't stay afloat because it's a giant fallacy versus the truth. So every time I make one of these videos, or every time I boom my voice off the top of that hill, they have to restart their whole dominoes. And it's old, annoying, tacky. It's a form of slavery in a way. Because the second I stop talking, I'm enabling them. So this kind of sucks. I don't know what to do from here. I'm up against Scarlett Johansson, Natalie Portman, Angelina Jolie, Tom Holland, these shiny-ass people that just seem to mesmerize the crowd simply by stepping out of their vehicle. And they're the worst sort of bad guy. They really are. They're bad guys who found their way into the Iron Man suit. And so that's the appearance everybody's helping along, not the person inside the suit. See what I'm saying? So I feel kind of responsible for the way things are. If the New World Order is a lie improv and everybody go along with it, or you're cast off as a outcasted nobody. Weird. History repeating. I've become a freak again. I don't know what to do. Again, it's doctors and lawyers and ambulance drivers and people that watch you while you sleep. You either go along with the crap lies they're spitting out of their mouths with weird grins and squinty eyes as they pretend for one another. I was complaining about that a few days ago, actually. It's a costume ball. Everybody's smearing makeup and shit on each other and pretend sipping tea out of pretend cups, and you either go along with it, or guys like Robert Downey Jr. crush you with their wallet and gift of gab. So no, I'm not following anybody around. I never have been. It was a group of worthless, wormy type jackasses in Lompoc Riverbed I started beating up, because that's what I do. And all of Hollywood showed up to start helping them in some like weird mad gab game of slander and lies. And I've caught them in a loop. This has been going on for 7+ years now. I want to say closer to 8. I've been recording it for 6. Don't sleep. That's all they got for me. It's the second I step out of the way, they're back to walking up and down the streets, just hawking their stupid story to everybody walking by. I guess I'll end this video with this, just so I don't spend decades uploading. In the TV show Beck, B-E-C-K, I don't know if you guys remember that show, but he got so anal about the competition for who was going to watch his show versus somebody else's, that he went around handing out $100 bills to people saying, watch my TV show and don't watch theirs. That's how serious these people are. Guys like Tom Holland, the little stupid meth addict that he is, just churning through all these like heavyweight titles that I'm pretty sure were meant for somebody else. But he's living this double life of admiration addiction. I noted early on that I knew Tom Holland wasn't doing this for the money, because he was already one of the richest people in Hollywood, and yet he was still sprinting like he had something to prove. And I think Tom Holland's problem in life is that he's addicted to admiration. So I don't know what to do. The fact that I'm supposedly sitting around with a group of unscrupulous, unsavory characters, and yet they're all pretending to be looking for me. You understand the impasse here. So whatever, I gotta keep putting one foot in front of the other, one paw in front of the other, one big Godzilla stomp in front of the other. Just wait for people to stop giggling like retards and wake up and realize what they've been helping along this whole time is a giant group of Charles Manson gremlins that have all the confidence in the world because, again, it's Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson speaking for them, trying to use me as some sort of shield and reason. Well, what about this, and how come that, and you said this, and he said that, and how come he's sitting there then? 7 years of pretend conjecturing. Book of Revelation speaks about a wave of sin, a tidal wave of sin, that their great hero rides in the last 7 years, I do believe to be that wave, that tidal wave of sin. And it's the most horrible shit you could not want to have to daydream up. And yet they're still doing it, as boldly as the day this began. Fake it till you make it is one of Hollywood's things. So that's my problem, is I'm not faking it. That's why they can't disillusion me. They can't... What's the word I used in that spell? Disenchant. That's because I'm not using charms or fallacy. This is normally what I do, just a lot less cool. But whatever. Keep recording this shit until they stop giving me stuff to record, I guess. So one thing that's pretty impressive is noted day one in the riverbed, and this, I started calling it the swine charade. It's everything I put on Facebook, they had at their camps the very next day. The type of logistics and money involved is beyond unnoticeable. But if I posted about playing cards, helicopters, you name it, they had stacks of anything I posted at all of the goblin camps up and down the damn riverbed. Anything I choose to show, they choose to steal. I, again, just don't see a bunch of gutter trash, meth-addicted trolls being able to carry this out. These are experienced people who are used to lying and used to getting away with God knows what. So, I don't know. Just gotta keep doing this until they spontaneously combust, I guess. Which sucks. I really don't want to be doing this. I'm supposed to be in a hot girl's basement. That's how it's always worked. Damn. But anywho, there's that in a bag of chips. Now I gotta spend 20 minutes uploading this crap for nobody to watch because I'm not doing snappy stuff. Note to the celebrities and stars and DC and Marvel and all of you, stop sitting at a distance. It's one of the most annoying things about this is Scarlett Johansson and the bunch will walk right into a homeless camp full of trolls and sit down like they're friends forever. But me, they act all nervous and deer huffy and pawing around my damn tree line and gawking at me through tinted windows as they drive by. So how do they feel so comfortable sitting with giant packs of Charles Manson gremlins while trying to tell everybody I'm part of the charade, but they won't get anywhere near me to say hello? You see what I'm saying? Like, damn. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I'm tired of this. So everywhere I go is this zombie virus just washes over people as they grin from ear to ear and start pretending. Satanic cowardice everywhere. It's weird. But anywho, it's that in a bag of chips, I guess, for now. Try to figure this out one stupid noodle at a time.